heart timer. We're talking smack during the countdown. I see how it works. Okay. Per diem. I prefer the term per diem.
The galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Oh, somebody still sounds raspy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. It's been a long road. It's raspy.
Oh boy. Keep going.
Oh man.
Yeah, hopefully this was. I usually get one big cold per season, and I'm hoping that this was the one. And I could just, I could ride out we're not even in winter yet. And I want to ride out the rest of the winter.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
But man, I was like, NyQuil, baby.
It's the moonshine of medicine, man.
Oh my Lord.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
I'm a little bit
rough.
Still a little bit rough. Bit rough.
Okay.
I popped a Dayquil about an hour ago to clear up some of this. So
good.
All of this doesn't just happen.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
100%. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, if I just may say, hey everybody, welcome to Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Scott, and with me are the heart and soul of Trekcast, Dan and Daniel.
Am I the heart or the soul? Which
I am not at liberty to say.
I mean,
my ass.
I don't want to. I don't want to pick favorites.
Yeah. I put the ass in Trekcast.
Yes, you do.
Right. Wow.
Is
that kind of shit already?
Yep. It's gonna go downhill from here, guys.
Yeah.
Well, what's up with this though? So Scott's got the Star Wars shirt. Dan's got the Ghostbusters hat.
Yeah. What do you got, man? What franchise you repping? What set are you repping?
T-shirt. I don't know, the Crow with my black T-shirt.
I don't know. I'm feeling Ghostbusty lately.
Yeah,
it's October.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween. This is the first year that I have my proton pack for Halloween. My full size proton pack. So I'm looking.
That's a childhood wish come true.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to wearing that around. So
nice.
Well, I love my spooky season, my spooky movies.
Spooky season, yep.
Yeah. So I've got one on deck for tonight. It's on. If those of you who want to join me, it's on.
What do you got?
Hulu, I believe.
Okay.
Slaughterhouse, but a killer sloth.
I've been seeing advertisements on that on the highway.
Yeah.
Going down the road going,
it's primo entertainment when it's on a billboard.
On the highway.
It's like on one of those motion video billboards. And I'm like, what? Slaughterhouse? You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
That's great.
Crossing his streams. I'm a little fuzzy on the good bad.
Right. That's right. Dogs and cats.
I joined a Ghostbusters costuming group on Facebook, and you know how when you join a group, there's the questions you got to answer to make sure you're not a robot and make sure you're not a Nigerian prince or whatever. And there were, the questions were, what did Peter call the proton pack in the elevator? Let me see if you guys know.
An unlicensed.
It's a vacuum cleaner.
He's close. He
said, why worry? Each one of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on their back.
There you go.
Okay.
That was question 1. Question 2 is what is the address of Spook Central? And it's 2-part. You got to know what they're talking about when they say Spook Central.
Oh,
Isn't it Dana Barrett's
your
apartment?
girlfriend? Oh,
yeah. It's Dana Barrett's
they're in the
apartment.
jail and they're talking about it.
Yep,
Central Park West.
Yep, it's 55 Central Park West.
Okay, I remember
Central
Park West.
Cuts.
And the last question was, "Are you a god?"
Yes.
Yes. The answer is
absolutely
always yes.
Yes, always.
So I thought it was good the way they threw that one in there at the end.
That's great. So, that's great.
Yeah.
What are the questions? Do you have to do that to join Trekcast?
It's been so long. It's been so long. I don't even know.
I mean, we could set that up.
You could absolutely set it up. Yeah.
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 Who sent you for Jordy?
That might be one of them.
Hey, while you're at it, I don't know how many people are on the Trekcast page, but if you need an extra moderator, let me know.
Oh yeah.
You got it.
So
yeah, we'll set that up today. Remind me after the show.
The Instagram account.
I'm just slowly inserting myself.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
At some point, you just shh, let it happen.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If Daniel, if you ever hear me behind you, shh,
just let it happen. Oh no.
Little House on the Prairie. What?
Why?
What?
Scott is like
a virus. I'm like a virus. Yes, I am.
The giant virus from Voyager.
You're a macro.
Yep,
you're a macro
virus.
There you go. That's great.
All right.
Oh wow.
Well, let's get to the news.
Sure.
Star Trek news.
All right. So it has kind of been a slow news week. So because of that, we've got little things coming out from New York City Comic Con from last week that are just still trickling out. So first news story comes to us from Screen Rant, and we're learning a little bit more about what Mike McMahan has planned for Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5 if we get it.
Stop with the if we get it nonsense. Just stop.
That's his words.
You know what? That's him drumming up. That's him shaking the bee's nest.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this because he put out that that big red alert a couple weeks ago about hey, you got to give us support now because we may go away.
Yeah.
It almost feels like he's been scared about something because he's doing that. Also, what happened to Prodigy? Yep. So I think he's just being overly cautious, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Lower Decks is not Prodigy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The writer strike has not the writer strike. The actor strike's got everybody worried.
Yeah.
Things are going to get cut along the way. Things are going to fall by the wayside. Things are going to be. We're going to lose some things.
Right. We are
because of the weight. That's just the way it happens.
That's how it works.
But I don't think these are those things.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so he's talking about we can expect in Season 5, given some teases. Says they are working on the scripts now, and they're nearly complete. And what he's hoping for is if everything goes well, we'll see Season 5 by the end of next year, and it'll have a lot more Enterprise references, a lot more Archer and crew. He says those are the hardest references to make because they don't really fit within the timeline. All the other ones you can kind of finagle, but that one specifically is the hardest.
We're talking about Lower Decks?
Lower Decks. He says Enterprise is the hardest, which they've had a few, so I don't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to see more Enterprise references on Strange New Worlds, not so much Lower Decks.
Yeah, so would I.
Those two time frames are close enough to each other that
it would fit.
It would fit. We could, you can age up some of those characters and
just like they did in Next Generation. You had Bones and Spock and Scotty. I mean, they were able to figure that out and work that into the Next Generation. They absolutely could do exactly what you're talking about. Bring Enterprise people to a Strange New Worlds.
You know what I would love? You know what I would love to see? I would love to see. We know the holodeck exists in the 23rd century.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Pike in a holodeck program, set on the NX-01, and at some point commenting about how inaccurate it is, and saying something like, this is so inaccurate, and this was only 80 years ago. Imagine how inaccurate it's going to be 100 years from now.
Should he bring the show?
Yeah, right. But that could reference the fact that the Enterprise finale is just trash, and you can just discard it. Don't even.
That'd be a great way to retcon it. Yep. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
The finale was. Don't even get me started about what happened to Trip and the fact that I don't think Trip died there, because nobody ever said he's dead. They just referenced, like, the last thing he did before he went into that stasis chamber was kind of give a smile and a wink, and they never said, oh, he's dead, or they put him in a stasis chamber.
Yeah.
Right.
What happens in a stasis chamber? You go into stasis. So my theory is that Trip is still alive in some sort of like warehouse, like in Indiana Jones. He's in that same exact warehouse, and someday on Strange New Worlds, they're gonna find him and revive him.
Picard season 4.
Absolutely.
He was between Kirk's body and the Genesis device.
Yes, he was. He's not dead, and you're not going to convince me otherwise. Okay. No, Charles Tucker III will live on.
No, leave him dead, but do Weekend at Bernie's with him. They're just propping him up.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
You think the actor would be on board for that?
Oh, 100%. That's hilarious. And then the other part that came out from New York City Comic Con is during that same panel, Mike McMahan kind of asked Alex Kurtzman, because they were all there on that panel, hey, can we do more Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds crossovers? To which Alex Kurtzman said, yes, absolutely. The reason this came up is that Mike McMahan had talked about that when that crossover was filmed was kind of peak COVID, so he was not allowed to be on the Strange New Worlds set. So he really wanted to be there with his guys, but couldn't be. And so this would be his chance to finally get there with them. So,
he's a kind of an important person in the franchise. If he wants to visit the set, just call them up.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure.
I want to visit the set. You don't have to write a thing about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that was I feel like that should be a one-time thing. I don't think it should be a regular thing. They figured out an interesting way to cross over the shows and cross over those characters, and to do it again just kind of cheapens it.
Yeah.
Unless they want to do it the other way, where
Strange New Decks, Lower Worlds.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it's a matter of just having those characters and having those actors on the other show, they can do a holodeck program on Lower Decks with the Strange New Worlds characters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. You can cross those characters over, you can cross those actors over, and you're not affecting the history at all. But
no, you're right. I agree.
Repeatedly put these 25th century characters in the 23rd century.
No, you're absolutely right. Although who just said that? I think Strange New Decks would be the perfect episode title for that.
Oh, for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. All right. And then also from New York City Comic Con, an actual comic panel. IDW announced. Yeah, exactly. What are comics? IDW announced that they're going to be coming up with the new Sons of Star Trek miniseries. So we're going to see Nog, Jake, Alexander, and Q Jr. all combined together.
And they form Voltron. What?
The most disappointing kids ever.
Yeah.
What's funny is, so this is the image they released, right? With them together. There it is, a little bit better. Dude, when this first came out, I did not realize that was Q Jr. I literally thought that was the guy who did Hamilton. It kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
So they're all in Starfleet now? What is that?
It's some sort of like Jake needs to go on an adventure together. I don't know.
But I mean, the second image there, it looks like all 4 of them are in Starfleet uniforms.
Yeah, they're all in uniforms.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Jake had 0 interest in joining Starfleet. Alexander is in the Klingon Defense Force. I mean, the Q, okay, he's a playful jerk. He wears whatever he wants and doesn't care who it offends.
Jerk. Yeah, let's put it mildly.
Yeah, it says that they will explore what it means to be a legacy in the Federation.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, good luck with that.
Unless Q Jr. just dresses them that way, just for his own amusement.
Well, it's supposed to come out at the start of next year in January. So with comic books, the way that works, I mean, they might be out next week. Yeah. So
when is this supposed to take place? Because they all looked about, I don't know, lower Decks age.
It does not have like a date or a timeline yet on here. I'm sure that's in the book, but it doesn't have it in the story.
Because like Sirach Lofton is my age, and which means that Jake Sisko is my age. So, it can't take place during Picard because then it would be a 45-year-old Jake walking around.
Well, how old was Jake at the end of the series finale? What, like 21, 22, something like that?
No, I don't think he was that old. Because I wasn't that old. I think he was like 18.
Okay. All right.
So.
Oh yeah, because when he was on the space station alone, he was old enough. He was 18.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep. So yeah, he was 18 or 19. And as far as Q's kid, he's like 4 years old. But
right.
Yeah.
So.
But time doesn't work like that for a kid.
He's a mature 4.
And Alexander, I don't know how Klingons age.
Depends on what actor's playing that week.
Right. He had quite the age jump. Well, the picture that you showed, it kind of looked like a cross between the kid Alexander and the Deep Space Nine adult Alexander.
Yeah, they kind of mashed them together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then our last news story comes to us from the Daily Mail. Grandpa Patrick Stewart is out there talking about his memoirs, going all over the place and dropping nuggets left and right. He did confirm that at one point, Gene Roddenberry did want Deanna Troi to have 3 or 4 breasts. So that is now 100% confirmed. But this story is
Total Recall.
Yeah. I mean,
3
why
or
not 6?
4?
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this story,
one for each day of the week, one for each mood.
Oh God. I've got nipples. Can you milk me, Ted?
It's a very titillating thought.
Indeed. Yes. Indeed. Anyways, so the latest nugget that he has dropped is he has revealed that the King of England, King Charles, is a giant Trekkie. Apparently, when he's met him several times, all they do is talk about Star Trek. And yeah, the king loves his Trek. No word on who his favorite captain is, but yeah.
I think we know. He's a Picard man.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help it. I keep thinking about Daniel doing his impression of Robert De Niro from
what?
No, when he said, "I've got nipples, Greg, can you milk me?" That's what's that movie called?
It was Meet the Parents.
Meet the Foggers.
Yeah, Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll put my professional face back.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Why start now?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Hey, this is good pod, everybody.
That's right. But that's all the news. So
all right. Okay.
Let's get to the main topic.
Please.
Fun will now commence.
Oh, we just got word from the Strongbeard household. Apparently, your son says you laugh maniacally.
I laugh maniacally, huh?
And how's Coffee Watch going? Did you get coffee today?
I made coffee this morning.
Okay, good.
You betcha. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
All right.
So, and my mom's watching. So, hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
All right. So we just had Lower Decks season 4, episode 8, Caves. The log line was terrible. I didn't even look it up. It's just like they're all in a cave.
That
So
sums it up.
Yeah, basically. So our Lower Decks crew gets sent on a cave mission, which Mariner hates. She does point out that roughly a third of all their episodes are cave missions.
Yes.
Which I had never thought about it until she said it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
100%. That's accurate."
I think they were also referencing, that it's the same set on all the old shows. It's the same cave set over and over and over and over again. They just
which is true. Yeah,
put the stalagmite on the left this time, and shoot it from this angle, and
yeah.
Which
that set had a name that was called the crew called it Planet Hell.
Yeah. But you look back and it's amazing and pretty convincing some of the things they did on a set over the years. That episode of Deep Space Nine, you remember when Worf and Jadzia, they have to go rescue that Cardassian defector? Jadzia gets injured, and in the end, Worf basically throws the mission to go save his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of that episode takes place outside in the jungle. That whole thing was shot on a set.
By soundstage.
By moving potted plants around the room and creating different angles.
Yeah. Chaz Biz asked what series had the most caves. I think it was Next Generation. I think they used that Planet Hell for a lot of sets. A lot of cave sets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
Probably.
Says on Delta Flyers, it said the cave set smelled like cat pee because of all the feral cats.
Awesome.
Though that's a lovely thing to think about now.
That's why it was called Planet Hell.
Yep.
Because hell smells like cats. I hate cats. I hate cats. Except Spot. It's the only cat I like.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so they cut through this cave. They get trapped in there, and then from there we hear all sorts of clips to previous missions that we never saw.
Yeah.
So it is a clip show to things we never saw.
It was like remember back in the day you'd be flipping through the channels, there's nothing on, and you watch a show that you've never seen before. But it's like episode 7 of season 3 of this show. So you have no idea what's going on. You don't know who the characters are. You have to use context clues to figure out what's going on in the big story.
Right.
So imagine that, but it's a clips episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we heard all sorts of different adventures. One for Boimler, where him and the conspiracy theorist guy, they get trapped. What was the name of those aliens? I can't even remember.
The Vendorians.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, nerd alert.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I wrote it down because
Warning, nerd alert.
I love how the nerd alert just cuts him off.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
getting a nerd alert's a badge of honor, man. I love it. I love it. I had a note on the main Vendorian. The voice actress sounded to me a lot like Dawn Lewis, who voices Captain Freeman.
Oh yeah, it could be.
It could be.
So I went on IMDb. They apparently the episode hasn't been out long enough for them to have other, any more information as far as the actors go, other than like the main cast. So
okay, yeah,
so I think it was Dawn Lewis.
Yeah, so it ended up the Vendorians were doing some sort of like ethical game between Boimler and the conspiracy theorist. So they somehow won. Forget why. But yeah, so that was that mission. Then we had a mission with Rutherford and Dr. Theon, and they gave birth to a space baby.
Clone baby.
Yeah, clone baby. It was very reminiscent of that Enterprise episode where Trip gets pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. And that was fun. And they saved the clone baby, and Rutherford shows why engineers are great because he uses the tricorder to communicate with some monster. And
wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then we see Mariner's adventure with the Delta shift, and she realizes they're not so bad after they help each other out and get saved from a cave. And then finally, we're towards the end. It seems like all hope is lost because this like swamp, like moss thing is growing around them and it's going to eat them and kill them. And we learn that the swamp thing reacts and it's living and sentient and it wants to hear Tindy's story. The entire time Tindy's been trying to tell this trapped in a turbolith story.
It's not a cave.
It's not a
need
cave.
To hear this story. It's not a cave.
Yeah. And so we get Tindy's story about one of their first days together, trapped in that turbolift, and how they all became friends. And and from there out, we learned it is the Vendorians doing another ethical trap to test these people.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Vendorians is actually a callback. They were introduced in the animated series.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And I know that because I do my research.
There you go.
We need one guy to do it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. It was a fun episode. I don't think it was like the best episode.
No.
I wonder if this is going to be our replacement to our like weird story that doesn't make any sense to anything. Because they only got 2 episodes left, and I imagine that's the finale.
Yeah.
Right, and there wasn't any. I read an article by where they interviewed the showrunners, and this episode 8, was supposed to be a filler. There was no the series, like the season plot was not advanced at all.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't reference the mystery ship at all or anything like that. So this was meant to be just its own standalone episode. So apparently in the next 2 episodes they're gonna wrap up the storyline of the mystery ship and all that.
Yeah.
So
you think they're gonna wrap it up, or you think they're gonna push it into next season?
No, I think they're gonna wrap it up, at least for the most part. I don't think there's gonna be a giant cliffhanger, I mean, if there is a cliffhanger, it's not going to be, the most famous Star Trek cliffhanger, I think, is when Riker says, "Mr. Worf, fire." And I don't think it's going to be that kind of cliffhanger.
No.
So
it'll be something minor, but yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the episode?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was, again, it wasn't the greatest episode. It wasn't the worst. Yeah, it was fine.
The TO watch, somebody asked how the TOS watch is going. It's going good.
Mm-hmm.
We're at we're getting towards the tail end of season 1.
Okay.
It's getting better. It's a lot of the episodes. Obviously, it's not serialized. It's really episodic. Just got done with Court Martial.
Okay.
That was a pretty good episode. Kind of a courtroom drama episode.
Right.
That wasn't too bad. So yeah, I'm actually my wife and I are actually kind of digging it. So
I'll over with the Green Hornet yet?
Has what?
Have they crossed over with the Green Hornet yet?
Tell me that doesn't happen.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
No, yeah, okay, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
but no, yeah, this episode was fun. Mariner, again, the star of the show. I liked when they're about ready to beam down. She's complaining about. Oh, there goes Dan.
Nope. Just need to turn the camera off for a minute.
Okay. So when Mariner's about ready to step into the transporter, I don't remember what she's saying, but she's complaining about something.
Hold on. Is Desiree complaining about Kirk's
what did she say?
Shirt coming off?
Lots of ripped.
Oh yes, she mentions this all the time. Because it happens all the time. Kirk, like William Shatner, must have had something in his contract that says I must expose my nipples.
Oh yes,
I know. I'm just wondering
the nipples or navel.
I'm
must
wondering
be
if
exposed.
I'm wondering
because there's some episodes where it's like, she notices
she
it.
enjoys it.
she enjoys it. I mean, you got to. I mean, come on, it's
Scott,
a 30-year-old William Shatner. I mean,
when that happens, do you start throwing dollar bills at the TV?
a little bit, yeah, kind of. Yeah, it titillates me a little
bills.
bit.
$2 bills.
But
he's Canadian, right? It's the loonies, right? The little
his shirt will rip. Whether he doesn't have to be fighting a Gorn for a ship to rip. Like he can just be walking down the hallway and all of a sudden, his shirt is ripped to shreds. Exposing, Kirk nipples, and there's no explanation for it. It's like, okay, it must be in his contract.
At what point does he say, "I've got nipples, can you milk me?"
Yeah. That's all that I'm going to think about from now on.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey, Spock.
I have nipple, Spock. Can you milk me?
Oh my God. It's making me think about that camping trip from Star Trek 5. There were only 2 tents. Bones was alone in one.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Want a marshmallow? What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh,
she says current Pike, however, ...
Oh yeah.
She's a fan of Anson Mount, huh?
Yeah. Well, who isn't? I mean,
who is it exactly?
That's true.
He's a sexy guy.
He is.
Have we had any shirtless scenes with him?
I think there's been a couple.
Okay. Yeah.
I know on the Instagram account, whenever I post anything with Anson Mount, there's at least somebody who says, "Anson, mount me, please." Yeah. That comes up
right.
Yeah.
Hey, when you got it, and good for Star Trek. Bring in those extra fans.
100%.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see?
What's that?
I would love to see Riker in a holodeck program with Pike.
Go on.
And you see Pike mount a chair from behind.
Oh.
And you realize that it wasn't a Riker maneuver all along. It was a Pike maneuver that he copied.
Oh. Yeah, that would be great. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I've been debating whether or not to bring this up. I've got a picture, a print that a buddy of mine gave me as a housewarming present.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to send it to you, Daniel, first, and see if it would be, if it's either A, appropriate to post on the Facebook page, or B, if you can make it appropriate to post on the
Facebook
you're just
page. Teasing the people.
Oh, boy.
Yes, I'm going to tease the people a little bit. And if you go to this week, I'm going to send it to you. If you go to the Star Trek Facebook group and Instagram, there just might be a special little treat there for you. So I'm going to send I'll send a copy of that to you and see if that's something you can post.
Okay. Yeah. I'll work my magic.
Let's just say it's rated a hard PG-13, maybe going into R territory.
All right.
So,
all right.
Okay.
Star Trek themed.
Okay.
So, we just got it out. I'm going to actually frame it and put it someplace where the kiddies can't see. So.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a little tease.
Well, now I'm
get
wondering.
Get to the Facebook page. Get to the Instagram.
A-Wolf wants to know if there's going to be a backlit review of the Kid Cudi Trek song.
I will get with the my Packlid friends, and
because the writer's strike is over, so
the writer's strike is over.
That's right.
I can tell you what my review of the Kid
Cudi song.
Yeah, the Kid Cudi song.
Yeah, you loved it, right? Like you listen to it every day.
I didn't make it all the way through the whole thing.
Oh wow!
I mean, I listened to like the first minute and a half.
Yeah.
And then I kind of had to fast forward. Like I kept thinking it was just an intro. It was just one long intro that never got to like the main melody part. And I was wrong. But but it's good for him.
It's like a 2-minute intro.
Is it on YouTube? Is it something I can pull up
later?
I
posted it in the group, but I'll send you a link to it, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what you think.
It was interesting.
It's a song.
And who is this guy? Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi.
He's the one that came out with the merchandise and stuff. That doesn't
help me.
He's a pop star rapper.
If you listen to the show,
come on. No, I know he's the guy who did the merch. I don't know who he is.
He sings that song day and night. Da, 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 ba,
yeah, there is a one or two pop songs you might recognize, because when I mentioned his name to my son was like, "Yeah, I know that." And he, am I crossing two stories? Did he also have a map on Fortnite?
Yes, yeah, that was another story. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I just pulled up the Boldly Be, wares to see how it's going. A lot of them are still available, except for the Cosmic Comic Poppin' shirt. That's been sold out at $100, but you can still get all the other stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I mean, you can sell just anything and put it on a t-shirt. I mean, just go to trekcast.com.
True. Man, $300 for that varsity jacket. That's
what?
Yeah. That's the most expensive.
$150 for a baby blue Deep Space Nine sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not even a hoodie.
No, I'm serious, people. Go to trekcast.com and click on merchandise to get some real stuff. That's
wow.
Huh. Ask a teen girl who he is. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. You guys catch Loki?
I did not watch episode 3.
I'm like halfway through it.
Okay.
Halfway through the last episode.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of.
It's all right. It's
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm smart enough to keep up with a show like that. There's a lot going on. Yeah, it's a busy show. You got to know. You got to keep up with it. You can't turn your brain off when you watch it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I watch some of those YouTube Easter egg shows, and that kind of helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right. Well, should we get to feedback?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Open hailing frequencies.
Hey.
Frequencies open, sir.
Hey.
Might have to update that crawl.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, if we do call that number, does Chad still have access to that, or?
Yeah, it's his phone.
Okay. So
yeah, it's
call the number just to say hi to Chad.
Yeah. Call him. Ask him how.
Say hi, Chad. We love you.
Yeah. Oh. So I did ask in all of our social medias, which Starfleet captain would you want to serve under?
I saw an interesting answer there. A highly decorated commander in Starfleet has an opinion on who he would like to serve under.
Oh yeah, which one did you see? Because there have been literally hundreds and hundreds of responses to this thing.
Yeah, I like this one.
Social media. Yeah,
the one on Facebook, Commander Felton.
Oh yes, yeah. What did he say?
He said he wants to serve under Captain Lombardo.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, he holds the rank of commander, so I'm assuming he would be my first officer then. So my question back to him is, what ship do you and I command together? So get back to me on that, Commander Felton. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued about our new work relationship.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you really need a command crew for a shuttle pod? Oh, you look hurt, Dan.
Wow.
Dan, do you want to kick him off the show for that?
Yeah. I do believe he's been insulted.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh!
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, Boomer.
I'm the cue of the show, apparently.
Space Boomer.
Space Boomer.
IJ USS Astrovan.
Okay.
That's great.
It's a Chrysler Town and Country, I'll have you know.
Get it right.
Get
the
it
best-selling minivan of all time.
Oh, A-Wolf's got a good question. Do you guys think there'll be an episode of Strange New Worlds featuring Pike's USS Enterprise's lower deckers?
That would be interesting.
That could be cool. Him with some of the lower deck crew would be great.
Yeah.
Well, when I put that question to our social media about which captain they want to serve under, over across everything, Picard was the number one, but a close second was Janeway.
Yeah,
surprisingly. So
Space Mom.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's cool.
We got some people on the line, if you will. So let's get our first one. Our resident.
Hello.
There he is.
Hey, there he is. He's not at the airport.
No, not at the airport this time.
God, I got stuck last night. I got home at midnight. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did you order your Kid Cudi merch yet, or not yet?
I haven't. I went to Maine, so I was lucky to have internet in Maine. So.
Well, you can still buy your $300 Letterman's jacket. So you got time.
No, Chaz Biz is smarter than that. He goes to trekcast.com and clicks on the merchandise section.
Smart.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Bought a hat.
So what's going on, man? What'd you think of the episode? Did you watch it?
Well, I was watching on the airplane, then half of it cuts out because my stupid download didn't download. So by the time I got home, I had to finish the other half. So I got to the point where he had the baby and everything, and it's like, what's going to happen with the baby? Now I'm cut out, you know. It's crazy. The whole thing. Especially when Tindy finds out he has a baby, she's so angry.
Yes.
That is an odd thing not to tell. Yeah.
He didn't tell anybody about this. Yeah. So it was great. And plus, I think the captain was voicing the alien. You're right, Scott.
Yeah.
Probably.
So I definitely could hear the captain's voice. So
yeah. That sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah. So I wasn't crazy. But yeah, Rutherford not talking about the baby. I mean, that's 6 months ago, I guest hosted on this show, and I wouldn't shut up about it for like a week and a half. I just can't imagine him not telling his friends about that.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of an embarrassing story. I don't know.
So many weird things.
So is guest hosting on the show.
That's embarrassing. What are you talking about?
All right. Anyway,
yeah,
I did it. I made it.
You don't know some of my friends.
Oh no. Is he threatening us?
No, they're the ones that think it's embarrassing. No, love it.
Well, Dan, I tried a devil dog, so
you did.
Yes.
What'd you think?
Did you have? Did you have a glass of milk with it so you don't choke on it?
No, I had coffee.
It's very dry. Coffee works.
Yeah, I had coffee. I was like,
what'd you think?
Try this thing. Yeah, it's cross between a Twinkie and a Ding Dong. With no shell around the ding dong. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. They're good.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it when I had them.
Again, I buy them. So.
All right, cool.
I had to try Tim Hortons up there. So.
Yeah, Tim Hortons. That's good.
I've never seen Tim Hortons. Yeah, good coffee. Somebody.
You can get the K cups on Amazon.
Yeah,
I got my bag of coffee, so yeah, make sure to get that.
There you go.
And there's not much to do in Maine, guys. So it's just but a bunch of leaves and trees and old fish.
Did you get a lobster roll at least?
Oh my god, I ate too many lobster rolls.
Lobster.
Yeah, lobster.
Bahaba. Get the lobster.
Chaz Biz, I'm going to put you in touch with the department, the Maine's Department of Tourism, because you should just do an ad for them. Honestly,
yeah.
It makes me want to go right now.
Maine, there's not much here.
There's not much to do here.
Yeah. Well, I had to go with it.
Like, or Maine, the lobsters.
Yeah.
My
Maine,
favorite,
not Delaware.
My favorite was Chicago. Come for the food. Stay because you got murdered.
Yep. Uh-huh.
That's where my layover was in Chicago. I was gonna have to stay the night there if we got stuck. And I was like, oh, Chicago. Just give me home.
Man, I will pay extra for direct flights because I do not want layovers.
Yeah, well, there's no direct flight from Oklahoma to Maine, so
that's true.
Yeah.
I doubt that's a well-traveled route there.
Yeah. I'm lucky I had to take 3 flights to get there.
So what brought you to Maine?
My wife and her family, so I had to go with her family.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it a trip or a vacation? I would say it was a trip, not a vacation. So
okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, and I don't recommend Airbnbs. So, 1 TV, 1 bathroom, 5 people.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Didn't have a great experience,
I get there, and I was like, "There's no TV. What the hell is this? Yeah.
What is this? The 1800s?
How can I watch Star Trek? No TV.
Yeah. And guess what I watched? I watched a whole live stream. It was like Roku was just only playing Little House on the Prairie. That's all I watched was Little House on the Prairie. So,
oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, there's worse things to watch.
So I guess I'll do a Little House on the Prairie podcast now. So
no, don't.
Guess what?
I'm halfway through season 1 of my rewatch of Little House on the Prairie.
They blew up the town
really?
at the end.
Yes,
of
I
Little
am.
House on the Prairie.
Oh God!
Big spoiler. So I watched the first season and the last season. It was like pretty interesting. So
I watched it as a kid, so I remember some of the bullets.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
So between TOS and Little House on the Prairie, are you just trying to watch all the old shows, or
apparently, apparently.
Yeah. Well, see, I need to do a like a rewatch or actually watch TOS. I'm kind of like Scott. I'm kind of a bad Trekkie. So
yeah.
I decided if I'm going to watch TOS, I'm going to watch it in Spanish. Because I feel like then it'll turn it into a telenovela, and that'll be hilarious.
That'd be great.
If Shatner would do a Spanish, like if he would speak in Spanish, that'd be even better.
Dub it over.
Yeah, if he would dub it over in Spanish.
Está pasando aquí.
Great.
Fuego. Right?
Instead of the music, it's a mariachi band as they fly off in his face.
See, how do you say let's go to Riza in Spanish? Is it Vamos a la Riza? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, how do you say Senor Spock?
You just said it.
You just did.
Hey,
like,
I didn't do good.
How do you say taco in Spanish?
Taco.
I just showcased like 1/3 of my Spanish. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Donde está biblioteca?
Yeah, where's the library?
There you go.
Wow.
That's the second third.
Yeah, you got one more.
Cerveza.
Dos Coca-Colas, por favor.
Sneakers. That's the only thing I remember.
Trekcast, that español.
I'm gonna learn Spanish. I'm gonna take Spanish and learn Spanish, and that's all I remembered was like the English words when they did the advertisements.
Yep.
Is that Snickers? I got it.
Daniel, have you ever watched Star Trek in Spanish?
Like clips, but not like a whole episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. It's fun watching things in Spanish. It gives it a different vibe. Yeah. I watched the Daredevil Netflix show in Spanish.
Really?
Okay.
It was completely different. It was great. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So, just depends.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I hear they're reshooting that whole show right now.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Yeah, I heard they
filmed anything right now,
and then they fired all the writers, and now I don't know what's going on with Daredevil at the moment.
Well, the strike is still going, so they're not shooting anything.
But,
yeah,
but they fired the writers. So I know they screened it, and they're like, "What did you make here?" So,
well, the rumor is they fired the showrunner.
Yeah, the showrunner. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
So, is it a soft reboot?
That's a great question. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Because I heard some of the principal actors from the Netflix version is not going to be in it.
Yeah, like Foggy's not going to be in there, and then the one girl, she's not going to be in there. So.
Pablo's disco better in Spanish? No sé. Sí.
Maybe Dan would enjoy it better if he watched it in Spanish. No.
Vamos
he
a
says.
llorar ahorita.
No.
Does Paramount have
cry
2
now.
times speed? That's all.
How do you say Red Angel in Spanish?
Oh, El Ángel
Or
Rojo.
Control. Red Angel, Control.
Stop making me remember things. I
love that.
I've worked really hard to just put it out of my head.
I can see T-Bear waiting to talk, and he's just laughing as we're talking in Spanish.
It's like detached nacelles.
All right. Jasmine, anything else you want to bring up?
He's gone.
He's gone. He's
found out. I haven't seen any toy maker make detached nacelles yet. Have you?
No.
Everybody's like, no. Sorry.
Most kids turn their own. Like I turned my own Enterprise into a version that had detachable nacelles.
Yes.
I think that was the problem with Prodigy, though. They weren't really selling toys.
Well, that's because their nacelles didn't detach.
Exactly.
You got to throw in that and a couple of Red Angels.
That's right.
Whispering and crying.
Yeah.
Feelings.
For Christmas, don't forget to put your Red Angel on top of your Christmas tree.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Let's fly, Dan.
Let's fly. I wish Paramount had 2 times speed.
Oh yeah, that would be
twice as fast.
Yeah.
Get it done in about 20 minutes.
I think Netflix has that, right? You can watch.
Yes, Netflix does.
Yeah.
So do most podcast players.
Merchandising. Sorry, I'm reading the.
Just the scrolls that pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jasmine. Anything else you want to bring up?
That's it. I'm done.
All right.
So.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks.
Oh shit!
Jeez, wow.
Sorry,
wow.
I was too quick.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. T-Bear has been waiting, so I wanted to bring him on.
Hey, T-Bear.
Hey, good morning.
What's going on?
It's been a while. So I just had one line in Spanish from Captain Kirk. It was ¿Cómo está la señorita verde?
Ooh. How is
What
the
was
green
that?
lady?
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, I have no excuse. I live in Southern California, so I should know some Spanish, but yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
Damn,
Daniel.
Cutting people off left and right.
Hacking them off at the knees.
That's right. So what'd you think of the episode?
It was good. It was I totally thought the throwback to the clip style episode was great. And yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, this is the filler episode. I was waiting for it. I was surprised it came this late.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there was too much to it. It was funny.
Yeah.
I think my favorite parts were the Delta shift part where the time dilation and
oh yeah.
Come over, your leg will heal. He's like, but it's not healing correctly.
Then he just falls off.
Yeah. And that was hilarious.
And he's like, go back for my leg, and they're like, nah, we'll just have the doctor grow you a new one.
Grow a new one.
I thought that was interesting, actually, that they could actually grow a new limb.
Oh yeah.
The first thing I thought of was like, wait, why didn't they do that for Nog?
They did.
They did.
That was a new leg? I thought it
was a new leg.
Artificial. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I really need to go watch the DS9 a little bit more.
It made me think of that Deep Space Nine episode with that Bajoran freedom fighter that was a friend of Kira's who lost his arm. Right. And he's like, yeah, the Federation doctor said, they could give me a brand new one, full range of motion, but he just decided not to get it.
It was like Martok for the longest time. He had one eye.
I do not want an artificial eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Okay.
They can do
that makes more sense now.
And Luke Skywalker, he had a new hand. He's one of my favorite Star Treks.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he got that from his father. He had no hands or legs.
His father
he did not have the high ground. No legs.
Yes, it's Darth Vader, the Lieutenant Dan of the Star Wars universe.
No, his name was Matt.
Matt.
He just lays there.
Wow.
Or Homer? Was it when he goes over the fence?
What?
When he goes over the fence, he's called Homer.
Oh yeah, I get it.
It's a sports ball.
All right.
Wrong audience. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
When he goes swimming, he's called Bob.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyways,
sorry.
One last thing. I was at the it was an Orange County Maker Fair. It was like a 3D printer and some stuff there. But there was a group called the Los Angeles Ghostbusters. Full regalia, everything. They even had a car outside, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna Dan's affiliated with the New York branch of these guys. So
there's a bunch of different groups. There's a Hudson Valley Ghostbusters that I see they go to Comic-Cons and stuff, and it seems to be a thing. Like there's clubs all over the place.
There's the last Comic-Con I went to that had a Ghostbusters. It was the Grand Rapids Comic-Con in Kalamazoo, sort of like a a little branched off kind of thing they did in the spring. In fact, I don't know if you saw some of the videos I posted on that, Dan. They had a booth there where they had a fully functional the thing they put the when they catch the ghosts and they put it in the containment in the wall. Unit? Yeah, they had a fully functional containment unit. I mean, it was like screen accurate, the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah, some of these people go nuts.
The guy even reenacted the scene for us, like light is green, trap is clean.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have something like that at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con. So for those who we talked about this a little bit before the show, and I'll talk about it more next week. But I'm going to the Grand Rapids Comic-Con in 2 weeks. So if there's anybody in the West Michigan area, I don't know like how many listeners this particular show gets. So I don't know how many people are in like Michigan or Southwest Michigan, but if you're going to be in the Grand Rapids area or can be in the Grand Rapids area, hit me up on Facebook and maybe we can do a little meetup.
Nice.
I think we're up to 7 now, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seven whole people. Okay.
7-ish.
So there's 50 states, 7 listeners. So there's there's like a 20% chance one of the listeners lives in Michigan.
Maybe. Okay. I guess we'll see.
So if you do live for that listener, hit me up on Facebook.
That's right.
All right.
All right, guys.
Awesome. Well, thanks,
time.
T-Bear.
Have a good one.
Bye. Okay. Yeah, that's all the feedback.
Okay.
Yeah. So just, now they're asking me questions about Spanish, like how do you say no, I am your father in Spanish? No, yo soy tu padre. So
now I want to learn Spanish just so I can watch shows I've already seen.
It dubbed in Spanish. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you could watch them in Spanish and then turn on the English subtitles.
It's true.
Yeah. So.
Well, I'm not sure if one of my sons will be taking Spanish, so I'll just have him get a hold of you, Daniel.
There you go. There you go. Awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I guess that's wrapping it up. Thanks everybody for
guys.
Watching, and we'll be back next week.
All right. See you later.
All right. See you next week.
This is Captain Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine and Space God to the Bajorans. I have a mission for you. This falls outside of Starfleet guidelines, so I can't order you, but I'm asking for volunteers. Volunteers who will subscribe to the Trekcast YouTube channel, leave 5-star reviews on your podcast app of choice, and share Trekcast across your social media accounts. If we can make our audience bigger, we might have a chance against the Dominion. Are you ready? Subscribe, like, and share. Are you with me?